again, I love that you named that the community building is collective. Like, we are learning this together, right? And we are building this together. And when kids are given that opportunity, there's such magic that can happen, not just in the learning, but in behavior and discipline. And that's where we have to live sometimes, right? I cannot tell you how many times we walk into a classroom and the teacher has had a great lesson plan, and because the management and the discipline is in there, we cannot get to the content, right? So that modeling and that building the community is extremely important. Okay, so I'm gonna go out of student mode and talk a little about what I would do with students and why I do this, right? So I usually start with modeling and we build together, and then I establish some expectations that are my expectations for our learning community. And here's why. I think sometimes we assume that collaborative learning means permissive support of students. And sometimes I always use the Disney analogy for students. My favorite one, I use Belle from the Beauty and the Beast. And if you've ever watched it, well, if you've ever, come on now, if you ever see Beauty and the Beast. But there's a scene where she's like in the marketplace and everybody's singing, and you see the baker and the fisherman, and everybody's coming out and they're like, Belle, Belle. And I always play that with kids and I say, what's happening in this scene? And they'll say, oh, everybody in the town is out, the town is functioning. And I'm like, oh, look at that. Think of our classroom as a Disney town. We need the fisherman to bring the fish so we can eat some fish. We need the bakery to make some bread so we can have some bread. But every Disney movie always has a queen. There's always a queen. So the town people run the town, but the queen might need to govern the town, right? So think of our classroom as Disney. You are the town people, and we cannot have a functioning town without you all. But at the end of the day, I just gotta be queen to govern us. I'm just saying, and I'm telling you, high school kids love that, right? So here's how I might govern us. Here's how I help, right? Because, things happen. If we don't keep up to our norms, here's how we'll help each other. I'll start off with a nonverbal. I'm never gonna call you out and say, oh, Amy, stop talking. Even on a bad day, even when I'm hungry, I won't do that. I will start off with a nonverbal. For me, it might look like eye contact, head nods, or I might even write you a note. I might even use proximity. I might just say, you know what? She's doing too much right now. Let me go say anything to Ryan. Right? And if you want to be part of our community, you'll say, you know what? She respects me as a human. She's not calling me out, and you just gonna fix it. And if you can't fix it, right? Because things happen. You might not see my nonverbal. You might be having a bad day. You'd be like, oh, this lady in my face, get out of my face. Then I'll move on to a verbal. Right now, I have to name it. And the reason that I have to name it is because I cannot let Morgan come in here and throw our lesson off because Morgan is having a bad day. Girl, we get it, we know. But you can't throw our day off. So I might say, you know what, Morgan? Please be sure to actively listen to your teammate. But I'm always gonna redirect you in a positive way. I'm never gonna say, Morgan, stop doing that. I'm just telling you what to do and how to fix it. Does this feel fair? I start with a nonverbal, then I go to a verbal, okay? And then if I give you a verbal, like I say, come on, Sammy. No, you're not rocking with me. And Sammy's like, you know what, I don't care. Then I have to move to preserving the sacredness of our space, and I'm going to have to move into maybe some sort of a community removal through a quick intervention, right? I might step outside with you, I might check in with you real quick, I might say, if you need time to reset, let's have a conversation, because it might not need to happen in the space, right? Or I might actually do a quick intervention with you to say, are the cards working? Right? Check in with me, let me know. But this is what's gonna happen, and if we get here and you still are struggling, then we might need to find you some more support. Give me a thumbs up if you're with us. How does that feel? Okay, do we agree to this? Is there anything we should add to this?
I just love your verbal warning because it's telling a kid what it is that they can do, not to stop something that they are doing that's not working for them, right? I love the